Yeah, so let's pitch what we kind of would have done with Justice League 2. So, just so we're on the same page, what? So, I did a sequel to the Schneider Cut
Hmm.
just because I think the two and three were kind of
Mm.
so my pitch is a sequel to that. Have you? Does yours work only with Snyder Cut or with Justice League or both? Or
Yeah, it kind of works with both, but I kind of hate the idea that like the whole world gets conquered for 5 years.
hmm
I think that makes it really hard to reset from, but also makes it difficult to tell other stories unless there's some sort of time travel element, which obviously if there was gonna be.
yeah,
But I think it's a bit massive for so early on in the franchise.
yeah, and I've I was struggling actually to come up with an idea that doesn't involve something too big for early on in the franchise.
Mm.
And I just had to accept I didn't have an idea that would be able to step away from. Well, should I just get into it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty. I'll be honest. Hate I hated that proposed sequel so much. I was doing absolutely anything I could do to step away from it.
Mm.
Um, and I think I found a route. I hope it works. I did not watch. I rewatched the Snyder Cut before doing this, so maybe there's a loose end here that I forgot to tie off. But one thing that was in the Schneider Cut was there was a little bit of Deathstroke introduced.
Right.
So they are in my movie. I'll get into it. I'm also really, really sick and tired of the multiverse.
Okay.
There's been too much multiverse stuff. Well, in to be honest, in all superhero movies the past 2 years, um, I couldn't get away from it. Everything I did, I was like, maybe I do need to do a bit of multiverse here. But here's my idea. So the story is about well, the idea around this movie is to actually make the team a team. They came together in one. How can we show them becoming stronger? How can we see them working together? How can we see the dynamics kind of grow as they get to know one another better? Um, and the story is not only the teams like familiarity and their combinations make them greater than the sum of their parts, but their dedication to this and the preservation of life makes them even stronger than the sum of their parts, if that makes sense.
Mm.
And that's what makes them great individual heroes, a great team, and then like almost combine down, squaring their their greatness. So I've gone with this. I've done another opening scene,
Right.
and then I've let the concept, the premise, kind of just build itself out of the opening scene. So we've got Deathstroke running for his life, like ducking, dodging, diving away from numerous attacks. We've got blasts, heat vision. He's doing everything he can to escape what looks like the Justice League. He appears to be uncharacteristically composed. He looks fearful for his life.
Mm.
He's using all of his abilities to counter attacks that are brought at him. We're seeing light construct, owl rangs,
Nice.
lassos of truth, lassos of truth, even. Um, and that shocks them. He turns down a blind alley only to run straight into something the force of impact comparable to a brick wall. He shakes off his surprise and recomposes himself as he's getting up off the floor, and he looks up at the chair that blocks his path, only to see it partially illuminated by the bright lights of Gotham City. He can make out a red U on a yellow shield. He knows his face is a resignation of his fate. He knows how this is going to end. And then the glow from Ultraman's eyes kind of like lets us know Deathstroke's no more. Crime Syndicate. We're in Earth. Is it Earth 2? I can't remember what Earth is. Earth 2. We're bringing the Crime Syndicate against the Justice League.
So so Darkseid's not in your sequel?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've tried to move away from it as much as possible, and then
So you've done like Avengers stuff?
yeah, actually, a little bit. Like let's do another mission between.
Very nice.
Oh,
are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll wait and find out because there's a comic run from like maybe 8 years ago.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay. I was tempted, but I was like, that's too big because it's the same sort of thing, isn't it? Of like, how are you going to let the world? Are you talking about Forever Evil?
I am.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do Forever Evil. As much as I did quite actually enjoy that comic book run, had its ups and downs, but I overall enjoyed it. I'm not trying to do that. It was a bit too.
I guess it's not the bad guys as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I then like I thought, right, let's give Zack Snyder something Snydery. And I was like, let's just do a supercut of like just doing like super evil, but some of the coolest stuff you'll ever see. So like I don't know, like Johnny Quick, like a Las Vegas buffet. I don't know, like Superwoman having like a harem of like man slaves doing her bidding, like Owlman having Brother Eye and taking out all these villains like they're nothing. Just like a supercut, just like maddest stuff, and then really show their power by maybe bringing in like another big bad. I was seeing like a Mongol, like a big bad, not super massive big bad, but someone they can kind of embarrass quite quickly, just to show them like they're not to be messed with. We've done that supercut. That's the intro to the movie. And we cut to Earth 1 or Earth Prime, our movie universe, so the Batman etc. Earth 2's Lex Luthor travels through the multiverse,
right,
to bring them. So he's worked out that there is a Justice League that can help him in his.
He's done it again.
What have I done?
This is Crisis on Two Earths.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
This is like
last week.
Well, yeah.
Even the animated movies.
The animated movies, I think they bring something important.
I think they're really good. So yeah.
But
also that's.
So that's the idea really. So they team up with a little like resistance of what would be their villains, maybe some of the villains that have already been introduced. They lead them, and that's important for like preservation. Blah 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 blah. No, really they're overpowered because Superman's now in a universe where kryptonite is everywhere. Batman's now in a city that he's under surveillance. Like Cyborg's now connected from his internet, and there's no Green Lantern. They're overpowered, but their drive makes them stronger. Their unity is what makes them stronger. So that's the idea around the movie, and I'm seeing things, and it would definitely have been inspired by like Crisis on Two Earths, 100%. Like I was also thinking about the Flashpoint animated series, where I'm thinking about like an evil Aquaman, or I'm thinking about like an evil Wonder Woman, their personalities in that. I'm also thinking about the animated series. Do you remember when they came into that as well?
No, actually.
No. Okay. It was an animated series, Brave and the Bold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like Brave and the Bold, I thought was a really cool adaptation of Batman. But yeah, Crisis on Two Earths, Brave and the Bold, and a little bit of like Flashpoint. That's what I kind of inspired.
So how do you end it then? So what are you going to do with the crime syndicate to make sure that Earth 2 is now safe?
I think they get imprisoned on different Earths.
Right.
And that way you kind of have the potential to bring them back as well. If you want to do Forever Evil, a couple movies down the line. Um, I imagine, and I really wanted to get Jessica Cruz into the universe somehow. So I'd like, I'm imagining that Power Ring ends up in his life on our Earth, or the ring ends up coming back to our Earth. I think Jessica Cruz is a really cool character. I kind of want to see. Um, but then also like it could be an introduction to Martian Manhunter, like we know he could kind of be involved. Um, but I do think it's important that teams overpower and they overcome that by ensuring that like they don't have to kill anyone to beat them. They can incapacitate man being imprisoned on Earth where there is no or not as much. Owlman getting lost in maybe he could go to that. What do they call it in the movie in the animated movie?
Oh, he goes
That
to
like Netherrealm thing.
it's like no, it's like the center of the multiverse, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got a bomb that'll can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I know what you mean.
So like yeah, just scattered now across the multiverse.
Do you see? I like your story,
Mm.
and I like the idea of the story, but I do you think that works better as his own Justice League movie because we know these guys kill.
Yeah.
Like apart from well, Superman will kill if he needs to. Batman will kill even just normal bad guys.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman chopped Steppenwolf's head off.
Yeah.
So like, there's only well, an Aquaman kills people as well. So there's only like two people that kill. Yeah. So do you think perhaps that could make you could use that as maybe like a jumping? Yeah, yeah. So like
Right.
they look at themselves and say, well, we all kill different people for different reasons, but the lines are going to get blurred at some point, and we could end up like these guys. Maybe that's the reason why they stop. You could use that as
Yeah,
like
actually, that could be the retcon. Like they're seeing like the path they could go down.
like it's like a dark future.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You've improved it. Thanks.
I just think because the story works. The problem is it just doesn't work with Zack Snyder's. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's sort of that. If I'm honest, what I was trying to do was just move away from the precedents kind of set. Because so some of the stuff in the Snyder Cut was good,
right.
but some of the precedents he set moving forward sucks. And I was just trying to move away from that. And I think that's a really good way to kind of wrap right? They're seeing the dark version of themselves, but they're actually seeing, yeah, they're worse, but we're going that path. How can we reverse that? Actually, we need to be about something greater. We need to be better than killing. We need to be better than aiming and branding, etc. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What have you got for us?
Right.
Okay.
Something very specific.
Is this going to give me nightmares like last one?
No. This one's a bit more chill. But I might need you to help me just decide whether it's better as a one-parter or a two-parter.
Okay.
I followed straight on. So this is set. It picks up, opens directly after Justice League. Right.
Okay.
This works better with Joss Whedon's one, but you could probably make some tweaks and make it work with Zack Snyder's as well. But for me, these guys kill. Like, there's no point beating around the bush. And Wonder Woman always kills anyway, so it's not a big deal for me that she kills Steppenwolf.
Yeah. She loves him. Get the head in.
Yeah. So they leave. They're doing their power pose, and they go back, and then they announce. Then it picks up straight after that. They're back in the US. They announce, and then the Justice League, not of America, but they're not confined by borders.
Yeah.
They protect the world. So as this is going on, we kind of like that. It kind of ends like that with conference, kind of like just at the end of Justice League War, the animated movie or Justice League, or the comic. So then we pick up about 5 years later, right? So we've got the Watchtower. Everyone's really happy. Everyone knows. Yeah. Everyone knows the Watchtower.
Is there. Space Watchtower.
Yeah, I'm talking big, long, and I wasn't sure what heroes to add in, but they're not very important because it's just that the original cast. Maybe you could do like a Captain Atom or like a Booster Gold or something, maybe some Blue
Are
Beetle.
we talking the ones in the? Would you have in the Justice Society? That was Black Adam, Captain Marvel, or Shazam.
Yeah,
Venom.
I think ideally there would be some movies in between
Mm.
that kind of touch more the Justice Society. So you've got heroes coming out of retirement, or like newer generations of them. So yeah, like is it Whirlwind? Her name is
Hurricane.
something like that. And
She was.
Atom Smasher, Blue Beetle, Black Adam is not invited to the party, but Shazam is. But yeah, so kind of like they're all chilling, and so you've got the main members of the Justice League, and they're still the leaders, and then you kind of got some sort of like B and C tier heroes.
Yeah.
And so Martian Manhunter appears. He's finally ready to reveal himself. No one knows why he is. Doesn't really matter. Just a good movie. And he warns them that like he's not really just bound to Earth. He kind of operates mainly.
Yeah.
But like I like to think because his alien detective that he has like a network of people throughout the stars.
Okay.
And he's like he's coming back, and he's about to explain what's going on. Boom tube opens inside the watchtower. Right. Darkseid steps out. So in my story, Darkseid, as the leader of Apocalypse, he's able to open his own boom tube into his armor. Okay. So he doesn't need a mother box. He can just open them.
Okay.
It's linked like a neural interface. He comes out. Everyone squares up, right? So no one actually knows what this guy can do. They've only seen. And so like straight away, say like some old Justice League heroes go. I want to say Atom Smasher because he's not really that important. Can't do much in Black Adam. And maybe like gosh, I was gonna say something. I don't want to do Booster Gold because Booster Gold's kind of fun, but just Captain Atom and stuff like that. We're gonna say Captain Atom, and so Omega beams go off, and the whole point of this, what I wanted this to be, was that he then just cuts down straight away. No one's even able to touch him. You know, like in that Superman one, where he's constantly got his arms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he kills. So it goes through Captain Atom. Doesn't matter whether it kills him or not, but obviously he's full of nuclear energy. So the watchtowers go. Everyone's having to evacuate the main Justice League. Darkseid wanted to absolutely just mollywop Superman. All right, he's not even paying attention to everyone else. Like the Flash is coming around, punch. He's not really laying any hits. Wonder Woman, this guy's kind of unfazed. He's got one arm beating Superman, one arm kind of blocking everyone else. Superman absolutely immobilized. Darkseid grabs him. He takes him through the boom tube. Everyone else is left on the watchtower. They all kind of manage to evacuate the watchtower. Right. So like the heroes are kind of just in disarray. They don't really know what to do. And they weren't even sure if it would ever actually come. And so Cyborg is kind of, because he's got a mother box. Is it now?
So he is the mother box, I think.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. So
he's like, okay, like we did this before. I'm going to open a boom tube. We have to get Superman back. And there's no yellow sun, so Superman's there, but he's getting progressively weaker. And I don't want to do like they do in like Justice League War, where like they're trying to even or anything.
Okay.
Like he is just there, and Darkseid, like he's a strategist. This was the guy they needed to bring back. My uncle. Yeah. So he's out of the game straight away. So he's just trying to find ways to kill him. Let's say the Sard and Granny Goodness are just like talking. Okay. So they got to get there. Just what? We'll say like take Cyborg 2 months. I wanted to make Batman be important in this, so I didn't want to do like a Hellbat suit like from the comic, but I wanted there to be. So everyone does their little training arc. The Flash, he's like, well, this is serious. Like the fate of the universe, like is at stake. He goes into the time chamber, so he experiences like all of time and also no time at all simultaneously. So he
it's okay.
Yeah, like Wonder Woman, she's kind of okay. There's nowhere really she can go.
Wonder Woman ain't improving.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter is kind of then explaining to them more about Apocalypse because Cyborg can kind of see this thing. Martian Manhunter just will say he was able to maybe have a moment of clarity just reading his mind. Yeah, we'll say his helmet worked. I'm forgetting someone.
You've got Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. Obviously, he goes into like
Alright, they're getting stronger.
Yeah, yeah, and in this time, Green Lantern arrives. Hal Jordan.
Because it's spit.
Yeah, yeah, and so like the reason.
YouTube activation, isn't that what the ring says or something?
So yeah, so we'll say like he hasn't been on Earth because he's been out up in the forces of like parademons, invading like the outer parts of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So he has been Green Lantern this whole time. In a bit like the flashback where they've got like the ancient soldiers and stuff, like they are historically involved in this fight, and their main purpose is not just to police the universe but to defend it from.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I've got this right because Apocalypse and New Genesis exist outside. There's only one Apocalypse and one New Genesis.
So like weird. However you want to.
I always liked it like that.
Yeah.
It's so much scarier that there's only one of this guy, no matter where you go, it's the same guy.
They've changed that recently, haven't they?
I think so because it doesn't really work that this dude can fight an infinite number of these guys and just not beat any of them. Probably could have wrote that in. Maybe he's like conquered the universe. Forget that. And so this dude's like, he's obviously, we all know he's trying to find an anti-matter equation. And my issue was I never really said like, what is his motivation for doing this? Because it's kind of boring that he just wants to control the whole universe. Why does he want control? What can we do to make this character?
No. Just make him bad.
But I don't think that's in. I don't want him to be relatable, but I want it to be an interesting motivation. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe like we'll say like, yeah, maybe he's not royalty. Steppenwolf isn't really his uncle.
Okay.
But he was on Apocalypse as a child, and like it was just completely out of order. And until he brought control to Apocalypse, like, everything was a hellscape. It's kind of.
I don't know if there are. If there are Darkseid fanboys, I think they'd be quite upset with that origin. Because wasn't Apocalypse created by him?
Maybe he was on New Genesis then.
He was on something. So him and Highfather,
they're brothers,
something like that. And then, but he wasn't called Darkseid. He was called Buxys.
This is from Final Crisis?
No. It was something else. But before Final Crisis, my memory is foggy. But essentially, him and others were like older than the universe themselves. Fought war against the old gods. Won. Then they fell out. He created Apocalypse. Or was put on Apocalypse. Maybe he was put. Maybe you're right. Maybe he was put on Apocalypse, and Highfather was put on.
But no, because there's a reason. Because old Genesis was destroyed. Because you're right. I think they do. You know what? We'll scratch all of that. We will say then he comes from a place beyond the source. You know where that is.
Which is actually also true.
So it's a place, but like I don't know.
I don't think it matters.
But it's just not interesting because why does he want to just control the universe? Like, what is he going to do once he can do that? Maybe he's going to turn it into an army to conquer the multiverse. He wants to just own. He wants to be in control of everything. Just say it's like deep down he has a fundamental like desire to control everything. Mm-hmm. So we'll say he just wants. Yeah, okay, fine.
He wants it.
We'll
work out where.
Yeah.
Where
so we'll leave that to the other boffins in the script room. Anyway, so. The Justice League get there, and the reason Darkseid has waited this long until he finally attacks because he has figured out the anti-equation, right? Yeah. Well, he's one part away, but he needs something from our heroes to understand it. I was thinking it was going to be
Cyborg. Was that something He was something to do with it last time, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think a bit it when deceased they upload it to him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So that's what I was good. That's what I was thinking again. Maybe a little something like that.
Yeah.
So because he's linked to everything, all the technology. So he infects our heroes with the anti-life equation. I don't know how it's going to be transferred initially. Maybe like a physical virus, and then it works as like a digital virus.
okay.
But the equation, I've got it here. It's loneliness plus alienation plus fear
yeah.
plus despair.
I remember this now. Yeah.
Self-worth divided by mockery, divided by condemnation, divided by misunderstanding, times guilt times shame times failure times judgment, where n equals y, where y equals hope and n equals folly, love equals lies, life equals death, and self equals dark side. Right? So ignoring that last part, I was thinking we could ascribe a couple of these to each of our heroes. So they're trapped inside their own mind, right?
Okay.
With each of these on them. So I was thinking that loneliness and alienation is Batman. This Batman we've seen is alone. He's Alfred.
Yeah.
His companions are gone, whatever. And while he opened up a bit in the Joss Whedon one, I feel like I like the idea of him still being closed off.
Okay.
He has to do that. So Superman, I wanted his to be guilt, failure, and judgment.
Okay.
So he feels like he's let his dad down, both of them.
No, he didn't.
And I want him to be reflected on what happened with Zod, and that the city got destroyed, and then he even lost the dark side. As far as he's concerned, anything could have happened while he was in
Guilt that he can't do it all, even though he can do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, the key to the anti-love equation working is that these heroes are within themselves, suffering with these emotions.
Okay.
So I wanted Wonder Woman's to be shame.
Okay.
It was shame, yeah, because she left her people behind. Anything since then.
Okay. So I was gonna say, when you said loneliness was Batman, I would have called Wonder Woman more lonely. Because Steve was
there. Yeah, but actually, yeah,
She's
loneliness.
How 1,000 years old?
I'd say loneliness and shame, and Batman can just be fear, because he wants people to fear him, but really he's afraid himself. Yeah. And then the others you can kind of put wherever. We
just
put,
don't care.
The Flash could be. I think I felt Self-Worth could be the Flash, because this guy really, he seems like just a bit of an emotional wreck. Taking place after the Flash.
That's Aquaman.
Yeah.
The Aquaman that was established was someone at this point. The Aquaman that was established was he's a literal king. He's got blue blood, but rejects that.
Okay.
And like, not only does he reject it, he's seen like literally polluting the ocean, avoiding his responsibilities. Doesn't want to do this. And like deep down, the reason for that could be because he was always picked on, left all the time, abandoned. Everyone says he's not good enough because he's part human, and he struggles with like ruling because of that.
Fair.
I'm spitballing.
No, I like
that. They all kind of can, like you said, be attributed somewhere.
The only other one I had, it was mockery, and it was for Martian Manhunter. It's mockery, and I think it was judgment. Because we're gonna say obviously like why Martian, like he's part of like a hated community. He ran away, and he never came back. He's never been back to Mars. I won't put that in there. There are still Green Martians there. It's not like dead like in the cartoon.
Okay.
But like there, it's like apartheid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like a hierarchy there at the bottom, and he's never been back.
Okay.
But anyway, like moving on from that, so the idea is that like this has then infected all of them, and the only way this the equation works, that works like through like the internet or whatever. So he opens a boutique with it, and they're kind of like, we'll say, what was it I wanted it to be? I think I wanted it to be, it doesn't matter where they are as long as they're still feeling this like emotionally. So I think he trapped Superman. I think I said that it was in another universe, but where there are people, but it's a red sun.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one. Well, not the only one, but like fears most because he's the most. I want Superman to be more like comic Superman. And so I wanted Superman to snap out, Flash to snap out. I think it was Green Lantern as well. And like, what is it they're gonna feel to get through this? So I wanted Green Lantern to go inside his ring, almost, and then he becomes like in the comic, not a being of pure energy, but he doesn't need the ring, so he's kind of one with the ring. He's fused with the energy, the willpower. He's a being.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever on there is like the opposite to willpower.
Okay. Well, in the emotional spectrum, it's fear, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. So we'll just chuck fear on it.
We'll say
he never came home because he ran away.
He's actually scared, and that's the paradox.
That's what I get. Yeah. But yeah, like in the same way as Martian Manhunter, he ran away and he never went back to it. We'll say like, yeah, Carol Ferris, blah blah blah, whatever. But mainly Superman. Like Superman is my main focus. And that he's just like desperately trying to get out of energy. Right.
Do you think they might pick that up?
Do
you think they might pick
that up? I was hoping I was gonna carry on past it, but
it's got to
keep it stepping.
Apologies, carry on.
But yeah, so then this was the part I wanted your counsel on. I was thinking, so these heroes are out of it, so the anti-life equation's been disrupted, so people are not fully under Darkseid's control, but they're also not fully themselves. They're in a state of just like aggravation, like people everything's going a bit crazy, not like pandemonium, but things aren't looking good. And so like you can back to the other heroes trying to keep the peace or whatever.
Kind of Final Crisis kind of vibes at this point.
Yeah, like a little bit.
Kind of Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
Going into disrepute.
But that
in writing.
But this is just worldwide because this is just related to the internet.
Yeah.
So it's not across the universe. So this is what I wanted your advice on. I'm not sure whether you can cut this into two movies, or you can wrap this up. There's not a lot going on here, but I'm going to stretch it out.
Absolutely curve that you can do it in 2 movies.
Okay.
I think 7.
7 movies.
Hear this out, right?
Okay.
I think you could lay the foundations for the superheroes fighting in their own movies. Like maybe not 7 because you could do Green Lantern's journey within the Justice League, introduction to him as well, within one of the Justice League, and Martian Manhunter within one of the Justice League. Well, to be fair, the ones that are less interesting.
No, do. I like this.
So, the Batman movie wouldn't necessarily be the anti-life equations already here, but it lays the foundation for Batman is dealing with what was it? What did we say he was again?
Loneliness.
Something else. The Man of Steel 2 could have been Truth, Justice, the American Way. Guilt. It could have been. Yeah. I've got the power to do everything, but I still can't do anything I want to.
What if it's infinite worlds and each of these heroes is transported to a different universe? None of them are superheroes, and so they're all able to learn lessons in real time. But ultimately, it takes place over like the course of a couple of days. So nothing's gone on their Earth back home.
Yeah,
Superman learns that sometimes, like I don't know, whatever lesson he needs to learn, or Batman, they all learn a lesson within. I don't know. No, that doesn't really. I put myself into a hole.
Yeah. But the thing is, I was spitballing.
Yeah.
Because that concept is huge.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to do those ideas? Are you going to be able to do that character development justice? 7 different characters within one movie? I don't think so. And then I think you could do it across 2 movies. But then how are you actually going to do the storyline of actually defeating them? So that's why I'm like, it could be a series of. It could be like the theme of the DC EU, or sorry, could have been the theme of the DC EU for a little while, maybe like over the course of 2 years, and then it culminated. Everyone's like, why is the theme of superheroes fighting these inner demons coming up? And then you can then. I didn't remember the anti-life equation off by heart. Well, as you were saying, I was like, oh, I remember some of these. But what you could have done is also like for the heroes as well.
Yeah, it doesn't that's just from the
have to
comics.
be
You could
switch it up. So let's say to make it a bit more applicable, we could have done guilt, shame, and mourning, and um, holding grudges and things like that. But then, yeah, for each hero, and then when it comes to you could do a few movies, then those inner demons come back into play, but we've already shown that they can defeat them, and it's just about them kind of revisiting those lessons in their individual movies. I don't know. What I do know is it's definitely not one movie.
Yeah. I don't know about if you let them solve the issues before, then it's not a big deal. Maybe
planted then maybe.
Well, no. Maybe you could do it with some of the original members of the Justice League. But obviously, rather than Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern, and I would like another woman because it's just an absolute mess.
No Hawk Girl.
Really? You don't like Hawk Girl?
I've been rewatching the Justice League animated.
I guess she's a bit harder in that lineup. So's Batman, but Batman has other. Yeah.
What about Mary?
Bro, this is Darkseid. That's the thing.
Supergirl?
I didn't want it just to be a derivative of Superman.
Yeah.
I like Zatanna.
Magic user, yeah.
Yeah. But either way, like what I want for after this, whether it be a second or a third, is like I really like the setup in. Okay. So they're all really established. They've got all the B and C tier. Like it's less of a league. It is. I don't know. It is like a league almost, just like with memberships going out. There's so many.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, but then you've got like a board, and that's them lot. But even like the sidekicks and stuff, somehow I want there to be sidekicks. But then I think that kind of would come in and developing your own sort of deep universe. Yeah. Like with the one that we have, I don't really think it worked to have sidekicks because people are already quite far into their careers. Yeah. So like, you could do a Wonder Woman, you could do a Donna Troy.
Yeah.
But like,
there is a Robin somewhere. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you could do a Red Hood. That's not a sidekick. It's not very Justice League either.
No.
And Red Hood doesn't even work because he kills criminals, and that means he's never part of family or whatever. But
yeah, there's potential. I like that idea a lot. There's the thought about making the characters contributors to the equation. That's then it's something you can control.
That's the main thing I thought about. So like, it's not a matter of we need to kill Darkseid or stop Darkseid from happening. It's that they need to go over this themselves. So like, this is all go. Like I was thinking it would all go on internally. It wouldn't take too long. Like maybe bit by bit, we see some like dialogue or visions or whatever. The one thing I thought was that the Flash would be in this movie, and then
you like that.
Yeah, I'd want him to be back in there, and like the thing he missed when he was training is that he is the speed. He generates the power for the Speed Force. So like, what it is his issue. I think it was self-worth. I said, like he overcomes that because he realizes he's the very thing he uses to power himself. Like yeah. So like he's the most important person in his own life.
Maybe like Superman seeing he can't do himself. Inspire others, and that's as good as she doesn't have to feel guilty because she's made an impact. Wonder Woman, seeing now she has a team, she has maybe done. Maybe that's.
You could say she just has a fan. She was going about not going back, but like, the thing is, I've never really liked the idea that she can't go back. I feel like after like 100 years or something, Aaron and the team probably could have found a way to find their way back.
But there was like a period where she was meant to be like an ambassador, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
That was cool. That was a fun little period in the comic.
for me, it just doesn't make sense in the movie anyway, because
People go there all the time.
Steppenwolf goes. Yeah,
No,
to
but
steal the mother box.
it wasn't that she can't go back.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's that she's been told not to.
No, she can't.
Got banished, didn't she?
No, she left. I think was it to take Steve Trevor home? That's it in the comics.
Yeah, she wanted adventure.
Yeah, but
And I thought
yeah,
because
she can't go back.
I thought it was a banishment. I didn't realise it was a. She physically cannot go back.
But yeah, either way, like they work it out. And I don't want them to kill Darkseid because I don't think they should be able to kill Darkseid like that.
They've never been able to kill Darkseid, really, have they?
I'm pretty sure he died somehow in Justice League Unlimited. But like, yeah, no,
Maybe.
not really. Final Crisis, Batman does shoot him. Is it the Omega virus?
Yeah.
He shoots with the anti.
Right. What's the? It's a type of. It was a type of venom, wasn't it? Like a.
Oh, and was it
Wasn't nth metal?
Uru Metal?
Nah.
Yeah.
It wasn't metal. It was like a chemical. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Google
It is a virus, isn't it? I hated that.
Something.
I did hate that. Batman using a gun as well.
Well, I liked the gravity of it. I think that showed quite how desperate it was. I don't know. I'm a Final Crisis apologist.
I mean, I thought the story was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not having, what was it, Tattoo Man and the Ray? I mean, you know what, the Ray can be in there. You can be one of the guys who dies.
Radion, that's it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like the idea that, like, I don't know, like in the comics, like in the New 52. I feel like I'm the only person who likes the New 52.
No, you're not.
But like, where they mash him up so bad, it takes him like 5 years or whatever to recover. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we can let this movie take place directly after. Maybe not 5 years, and then you could do something like, what was it called?
Yeah,
When
that
they
was
all
that
became
amount
gods.
of time. The Dark Side of War.
Yeah.
Anti-Monitor versus Dark Side.
Yeah, what I'd want in the long term is somehow the anti-life equation is related to the anti-monitor. So maybe like Darkseid maybe doesn't realize, but once he uses the anti-life equation, the anti-monitor appears.
That was it. So in the Dark Side War, I think the reason why he was getting the anti-life equation was revealed to be anti-monitor was the only person who could kill him, and controlling the universe.
We'll do that. We'll find that out. We'll find that out after they defeat him. Yeah, because he is in it, but he's smaller, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Because he was growing from a baby.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was weird.
It was one.
It was kind of cool. Everyone got their power ups. It was very much anime. But
so, I do have an important question about this movies.
Yeah.
Am I going to see Mr. Miracle?
I would like him to be in there.
I'd love to see him.
I think we could probably get it used to him while our heroes are struggling. He helps.
Gate?
Yeah.
That's fine by me. That's a winner.
Yeah. Noah Ryan. No, not that. Boring. Yeah.
Get off your bike, you weirdo.
My question to you was your Crime Syndicate. Same actors, different actors.
Now this is the fun bit. It would be interesting to me if we could get this is gonna sound odd, but dark versions of the actors.
Right. Okay. So like look a lot like celebrity
lookalikes almost.
Yeah.
Which would be difficult, and if we can't do that, we'll just get them. So like Superman could have the new Superman.
No.
Henry Cavill could have the new Superman. Or it could be Henry Cavill with a mustache. Since we know how much that caused trouble for DC, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I feel like the mustache should make him look evil as well, like Aquaman. Look at this dude.
Who's that dude? That's the dude. Isn't that the guy that hosts
Matt Bomer? He's in is it Travelers?
I don't know. I was gonna say in that guy that hosts American Idol, but nah. It would be funny if they could cast Connor Sweeney,
David
Corrin Sweat. That'd be funny if they could cast him. That'd be good. Casey Affleck, Ben Affleck. He's very evil.
Yeah,
Evil man.
Do you not feel like Casey Affleck is way smaller than Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Crazy.
In my mind, he's half the size of Ben Affleck.
How tall is he?
And twice the
Agreed. It would make a good evil version. Casey Affleck.
Look at those eyes. Isn't that a sad owl man?
Look at that.
That's Owlman right there.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, he is actually way smaller than Ben Affleck as well.
Bro, he's 1.75 meters.
I don't know what that is. What's feet?
That's like 5'10", I think.
So how tall is Ben Affleck?
4. Hold on. So Casey Affleck is 5'9".
5'9". Ben Affleck looks like even bending down, he's still carrying it like that. We could get
But okay, 6.
Gal Gadot. We could get not a genocidal maniac.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's got quite a unique face. It's quite hard. There probably is a lookalike, but not a famous one that I can think of.
Ezra Miller.
I think that definitely needs a recast.
Jason Momoa would get Lenny Kravitz.
I would bring back Alan Richardson.
Who's Alan Richardson?
He's the dude who was Aquaman in Smallville.
And he's Green Arrow and. Oh no, he wasn't.
No, that's Stephen about. Yeah, he's in that Jack Reacher show that everyone's going nuts about.
That'd be quite fun.
I think it could be a cool way to bring in older actors from the same roles, but then not make people be like, let's reboot it and make him the main one. Because he's like the same build as Jason Momoa. Yeah, so I feel like you could get away with that. Or maybe you could make him Prince Orm. And Prince Orm's the Aquaman. Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad shout.
Then, yeah.
Who would you cast as Green Lantern, just out of interest?
Green Lantern? Well, I always like the energy of Nathan Fillion, but he's a bit too old now.
I'm really surprised by the Guy Gardner casting.
Oh, he's Guy Gardner?
Yeah. Nathan Fillion's been cast as Guy Gardner.
Bro, he's like in his mid-50s.
That's a James Gunnism. And
it'll work out, probably. Yeah, I have faith, but...
Yeah, I've never been the hugest fan of Nathan Fillion.
I like his because he has a kind of whimsical energy, but also a very, very serious. Can be very serious as well. I feel like the issue with Ryan Reynolds is there's just no seriousness to him. Yeah, he looks like he could be sad once once his whole city's been destroyed or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't really know. I feel like it's got to be someone a bit later on into life.
You want the soul?
Yeah. I want it to be a mature dude, so
you can tell he's done it for a while.
Yeah. I want him to be out there doing this for quite a long time.
Well, maybe that's something we can do then. Maybe we can look at James casting someday.
Yeah, actually.
Something we could look towards. But for Justice League 2, we definitely hated what was potentially. I'm very much in love with your idea.
Well, I haven't actually pitched a full movie. I've kind of just pitched 3/4 of a movie.
3/4 of a movie and potentially a theme, an ongoing theme. I think it's really, really.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna beat him in the end. Maybe just I don't know. They're just getting too animated with all the power up. Yeah, maybe they're once they're finally all together and they're fighting on their own terms.
Yeah.
They're able to do that. I suppose. Yeah, just go nuts. Yeah, but I want it to be really. I don't know how to make it really bad without making our heroes look like
But they're just incompetent.
like thugs. Like,
Oh,
so I want this dude to be like that. I want his legs to be snapping apart. Maybe they sever like
See,
some of his fingers.
I thought you said we weren't going to be doing the gore and
No, but
horror today.
like Wonder Woman's fighting with a sword ultimately. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe like it's like combination moves. So like maybe the Flash like hold him in place. So maybe like Wonder Woman's holding one arm of Green Lantern, Superman's holding the other. The Flash maybe like goes round Apocalypse and like punches the hole through his sternum or something.
Okay.
Like
Lost our PG.
bro, like he's yeah. But
Nah, yeah.
that's what I was saying. Like I wasn't gonna shy away from the fact that these guys kill people.
Yeah.
So they're like maybe they're trying to kill him because this is the most dangerous person they'll ever meet, but they
Yeah.
can't. Like still going, and then eventually, I don't know, do parody and he's dragging his body parts away or his body and it. And next time we see him, maybe it's like what do they call it in Japan? Where they put gold.
You're
to fix
pitching a million movies right now.
No, it's still the same movie, but like that's the
Yeah.
climax.
Okay.
Then they're like, so now our heroes are going back, and then whatever happens between now and the next movie, like they are, all these preparations are in play. Batman's fighting against the hell. But yeah, that's it. That's my movie.
Yeah. No, I like it. I do like it. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. We've spoken enough. That is yeah, that's our Justice League 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7.
2.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Next time.
Well, what movie did you want to do for next week? Well, it's your turn to pick. It's your turn to pick. I've done 2 on the trot now.
I'm gonna have a little look. There was one that caught my interest from 2004.
Is this Superman?
No, not Superman Live. Although that is interesting. My interest was piqued by a certain Fox Universe crossover.
X-Men.
Fantastic. Daredevil.
Daredevil has no place in that.
Listen, I'm gonna make you find the place.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go through a story of that next week. For them, man. Good chatting to you again.
Always a pleasure.